To run any shell script, we have to use permission. Okay, so with each specific file, we have a specific content called as ownership. Okay, so the ownership is defined on three terms. Okay, where is the just editor? So ownership is defined on three keys. Okay, first one is your user owner, second one is your group owner, third one is your others. Okay, so with each file, if you can see here, each file has certain these values, right? If you see here, okay, don't confuse with plus sign, remove, don't get confused with plus, that is a separate thing. But for here, if you see, there is rwx, rwx, rws. Okay, so with each file you have, or each keys, you have three options. Either it can be read file, so it would be r, it can be write, or it can be executed. These three type of files are there. Okay, read, write, or execute. With any files or directory, you can give these permissions. Okay, same way with group also, read, write, and execute. Same way with others, read, write, and execute. So the value of R key, or the bit value of R is 4, bit value of W is 2, and bit value of execute is 1. So total it is 7. Okay, so if I want to give owner the full permission, okay, full permission means who is the owner? If you see here in the file, who is the owner? The first name. If Himanshu is here, so Himanshu is the owner of this file, right? So this owner, if you see the first three, ignore the first character, that you don't have to consider. From this second character, if you see RWX, means this owner has a full permission on this file. He or she can do anything on this file, whoever is the owner. So right now the owner is Himanshu, so he can do anything to this file. We have same way group. Now with group also, the group is Himanshu again, the group is also same, else you can have other group also. Okay, it doesn't matter, you can assign a file to a different group also. So all the users that are part of that group, right now Himanshu is group of Himanshu user only. Okay, but later on, let's say if I want to, let's say if a Hadoop admin group is there. So all the users that are part of Hadoop admin group, so that users can go ahead and read, write, and execute on this file as well. Now, others means anyone else, even if they are not part of the owner or they are not the part of group, but still they are there, so they can also go ahead and read and write and execute on this specific file. Let me give some examples for this. Okay, so let's say I have this temp directory. Okay, or let's say I am in this temp directory, and let's say I make a directory here, permission check. Okay, so now if I want to check the directory details, now let me show you a example of this. Let's say now my other user is Bob. Okay, so I know I have created this file here, temp, right? This directory, right? So if I go ahead and do this, Bob can access this directory, right? Because I have given, he cannot write anything. Okay, let's say I want to make mkdir test. Okay, permission denied because what I have given. See, Bob is not the part of Himanshu group, or neither he is the user Himanshu, right? So he doesn't qualify for anything. So that's why what is here now, Bob is a other. Bob will come in the other category, correct? So now what is given? So for others, what we have given? You can read, you can execute,
Read.
but you cannot
Execute.
write anything. So Bob is unable to make any directory here. Okay, because there is no write permission for Bob. Let me show you ID Bob. So if I want to see the user and the group details, so you have to just write a command ID. Okay, identity Bob. So you can see the Bob is part of the user ID is Bob, the group ID GID is Bob. Bob is part of only two groups, Bob and self-service. These two groups Bob is the part of. Okay. Let me add Bob as a part of user mod. Now I'm saying okay. I am making Bob sorry. I am making Bob as a part of Himanshu group. Okay, Himanshu Bob. Right? Enter. Okay, okay, Bob those enter because the user mod cannot be executed by Bob. Let me do it from here. Sudo user mod. User modifications also cannot be done by any other users until they don't have permissions. So I'm saying Himanshu to Bob. So I'm giving Himanshu group, not Himanshu user. Himanshu group I'm giving to Bob. Okay. Now if you go to this screen, I do ID. So if you see, sorry, ID Bob. So if you see here, Bob is part of a group Himanshu here. Touch a file, let's say test. Okay. So Bob is still unable to do it because in this session Bob will not be able to do it because this session is having the old permissions. Let me open a new session shlfcs su-bob oracle 123 cd/temp cd per check. Okay. So if I do now, if I go ahead and do it, touch test. Now Bob is able to create a directory. See, sorry, touch a file. Bob was able to touch a file. So because now see, still others permission are this, but the permission for users who are the part of Himanshu group, they have a permission read, write, execute, right? So the preference would
Yes.
be from left to right. So first it will check, okay, if the user who is trying to create the file in this is a owner or not. So if he is not a owner, okay, let's check whether he is part of the group because it was able to find that okay, Bob is the part of the group. That's why it showed me and allowed the user Bob to create a file here or to create a directory, whatever you Bob wants to do. Okay, clear? So see, the question here is that why it was not able to do? Because whenever you are assigning any permission, the session that is already connected. If you see here, I was doing ID. So ID was not showing Himanshu here. But when I am doing ID Bob, so at the system level it was changed. But at the session level it was still not changed. If you see here. Here also I did ID. ID means it will show for my current session. The user that I'm connecting, the permission for that. So here it is showing me Himanshu. But when I'm connected from here, I was doing ID after adding the Bob to a group Himanshu. So it was not showing me that Himanshu group here. Whereas at system level, if I check, it was showing me. So that's why it didn't allow it because it was still in the old session. So that's why it is also very important whenever you are making any changes to the system permissions of a group users. So always try to open a new SSH session. Okay. Now let me do something here again. Now see, now Bob has created this file. Let me write something file. Okay. Now if I do test, so I can see a content is written here, cat test permission testing. Okay. Now if I go ahead as a Himanshu and if I try to read this file, so see I am able to read this file, right? Why? Because I am other, right? Here the condition will hold true for what? As a Himanshu user, I am at Himanshu user. But why I am able to read this file? Because for others, read permission is there. Now the same thing if I do here, let me. Now how to remove the permissions from a user? So there is a command known as change mod. Change mod is changing the permission. It is called a change permission. So how you want to change the permission? So I want for my user read write should be there. Okay, it's there. So read write will contribute like RW. R means 4, W means 2, right? Just now I told you. R means 4, W means 2. That means 6. So the permission for user you will give 6. Permission for group I want read write. Okay, fine. So again 6. And for others I say no, I don't want to give any permissions to other. 0. And I will give the file name. So what it will do for the user, it will give me 6 4 and 2, that will be total 6. Okay, that means read write permission I am giving. Again for group also read write, and for others what I am giving, no permission, right? If I do here, no permission, right? If I do here, no permissions for here, right? Okay, now if the user Himanshu is trying to access, what it is getting? Permission denied. You other, because Himanshu will come under which category? Because he is not the part of Bob. He is not a Bob user. He is not a part of Bob group, and he is the part of others category. But others, they don't have any permissions here, right? Clear?
Oh,
Now one more important thing. Let's say make a directory. I will say, let's say I will make a directory Divya here. Okay. Now see the permissions of this directory. What are the permissions? Read. So by default permissions are this. Okay, read, write, execute for owner, read and execute for the group, but for others, read and execute. No write permissions for other. Inside Divya. So if I try to create a file, touch, let's say Lavanya. So permission denied, because for others there is no read permission here, right? So this is very important to understand that the file and owner should have a correct permission, right? For a directory structure also. See, this directory was owned by Himanshu user, but inside this there are files getting created by Bob user, and Himanshu should be having access, else he should not be able to perform any action plan there. Clear? Now let me do change mod 7. 7 means read write execute. 7 means read write execute. And 4, I am only giving read permission, not execute. Now see the difference. Now if I have given here no execute permission, okay. So if there is no execute permission, you are even not allowed to go inside that directory. You have read permissions, but even you cannot go inside that directory. Execute is very important. That's why by default execute permission is coming. If execute permission will not be there, you will not be allowed to go inside that directory anytime. Then I will say, okay, why not I just do 771 Divya. Okay. Okay. So now you have only execute permission. Now if you go ahead, so you are able to go inside this directory. Okay. But you cannot do ls anything. You cannot read any file inside that directory. Okay. Even whether file is there or not, but you will not be having any permissions to do any specific task inside that directory.